Todd is great and he is always baked. Morning sun shining, we can't be late. Coffee brewing, tunes on the go. Knock knock, it's the Todd and Joe morning show.
Knock, knock. How you doing, buddy?
Hello, sir.
Bro, could you believe that game last night?
Yeah, it was fucking crazy.
So
Crazy, I say.
Like, dude, the Eagles versus the Chiefs. It's the rematch of the century. There were touchdowns and field goals. The defense did awesome. And the offense, oh my God, Pat Mahomes, Jalen Hurts. And then, dude, Travis Kelce at the end. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Bro. Oh, the first ever three-peat. Wow, it really went down to the end like that. It was crazy. Yeah, we recorded this episode 2 weeks ago. So actually, the Royal Rumble is tonight. That hasn't even happened yet. Yeah, we have no idea what happened in the game. But I am wearing my Shane Falco jersey from The Replacements, Keanu Reeves character. So this actually will be the jersey I wear on Super Bowl Sunday anyways. Either that or my Ray Finkel jersey from Ace Ventura.
So that, not Ace Ventura, but The Replacements is a movie I never would have watched. But,
Right.
Or wait. Was
there another football movie
with fucking Mark Wahlberg in it?
That's about the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, I watched that one when I went to California.
That
was a really good movie.
You actually, I'm pretty sure you would love The Replacements. It was
Probably.
like early 2000s, if not like 2000. And Keanu Reeves plays, get this, a former college quarterback. I know.
Now, let me ask this question. Did he have to keep the ball going at 55 miles an hour so it wouldn't explode?
Nope. And
No.
he actually doesn't have to surf in this movie either.
Okay.
Right. But anyways, so he was like a former
I feel bad, like ripping on Keanu Reeves, but I believe he's an awesome dude. But it's just you get those roles and you're just like.
It was like the 90s. Like he was typecast pretty fucking hard. And so he was like this awesome like college player who like got fucked up in the last game or lost like the championship game, some stupid shit. And the NFL goes like on a strike, so they need like players. So you have him, you have like John Favreau plays police SWAT captain who's like suspended for unnecessary roughness. Orlando Jones plays like this store clerk who's like so fast, but he can't catch to like save his life. They have like a deaf wide receiver also. They have this like drunken Welch guy who just is an awesome kicker who like owes all this money to gambling and like gambling people are trying to beat him up. They have a sumo wrestler who becomes like one of the linemen. They have these two big black guys who are like brothers who are like bouncers and shit that they pull on. It's just like it's that ragtag like team dynamic. And it's awesome. Like it's such a like good movie. And I think it's a sports movie you would actually enjoy, Todd.
What was the one with the football team in fucking prison and shit?
Oh, that's The Longest Yard.
Yes.
So that was originally a Burt Reynolds movie in like the 70s, and then Adam Sandler remade it, and that's also why Burt Reynolds was in the remake. But in the original one, I want to say it was like Paul Newman played the role Burt Reynolds plays in the Adam Sandler one.
Oh, okay. I've seen some movies.
I love movies. So, Todd,
Joe,
what are we going to start with today? Because I'm going to ask Todd some hypothetical questions, some scenarios, and I'll chime in on some of them with my answer, but they're kind of fucked up, and let's get fucked up, Todd.
Yeah,
So
I'm already fucked up.
Well, I'm gonna call smoke break.
Is that a new vape?
Yeah, it's a smaller one.
Same brand?
So it's actually a Planet of the Vapes. It's called the One. Operates completely the same as the other one. It's just I use this one when I like going place to place. It's a little bit easier to carry, and Maria doesn't get like, oh wow, what's that in your pants? Oh my god, that thing's so long. And then we get home, and she's like, "Where'd it go?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Eat.
Well, I mean, we can just do some of this.
Todd News, where the useless news comes first.
Oh, and I also have a QR code for people to scan.
QR code.
Technology.
All right. Probably take me a while to read these because I'm high as shit. Regardless, guess what, Joe? It's a world record. Don't ever do these in the odd news. Jesus fucking Christ. It's all there is. Anyway, an environmental group in Mississippi might have broken a Guinness World Record with a cayenne pepper plant that grew to be nearly 16.5 feet tall. That's a
pretty
tall
big.
fucking plant, man. Henry Pope, the lead grower and plant geneticist for Mississippi Foundation for Renewable Energy, said he spent 7 years cross-pollinating specific pepper plants with an aim toward creating a variety of plant ideal for vertical gardening. Opportunity for creating a world record of any kind was never the goal, Pope told some newspaper. The goal was the same as it always is for us, to produce a natural variety of edible plant that is beneficial to those who wish to become less reliant on the grocery store. The current record was set in 1999 when California's Laura Lang's plant grew to be 16 feet tall. Pope had a team of measurement specialists, plant experts, and local officials measure his cayenne for an official application to Guinness World Records. The cayenne was measured at 16 and 5.5 inches tall. The record-keeping organization must now review evidence from the measuring before the record becomes official. That is a really big fucking plant, though. Like, I have trees that aren't fucking 16 feet tall.
Yeah. Wow. Can you imagine like a 16-foot piece of like corn? Like the actual cob is like 16 feet long.
I don't think it would have to grow on the ground like a fucking watermelon.
Right.
Unless you like trellised it or sticked it up. Sorry. The trellis is the devil, by the way. Just so you know. Like, it's Satan's work is trellis.
Wow.
Dude, you have no idea like how much of a pain in the ass it is to pull fucking like plants out of trellis that's like not like super tight on like the shit it's supposed to be on, because it gets all like tangled, so it's fucking terrible.
Right.
You yank it down, you're ripping buds off the plants because you're trying to get it out, then you feel bad.
You apologize for the buds?
Sometimes it just
because you have a big heart, Todd. You have a real big heart.
There's times where she gets stuck and you kind of pull it and it goes just fucking flying across like the halfway across the grow room. It's just like, it's amazing. It really is. We got some distance. Anyway, a pair of German daredevils took a walk across a slack line suspended between two hot air balloons and earned a world record for their stroll at an altitude of 8,202 feet. That makes
really
me nauseous thinking about it.
And also, when you say German daredevils, I'm picturing the comic book character Daredevil with a Nazi armband. Like, and I'm picturing that walking across that rope doing like the Hitler salute. That's what pops in my head.
Wow. That's wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Yep. Freddie Kuhn and Lucas Ermler took to the skies over someplace in Germany and walked across a slack line 8,202 feet off the ground, breaking the Guinness World Record for highest slack line walk in the process. They broke the previous record of 6,236 feet, which was set in 2021. The main attempt to break. What's that? Oh yeah,
they beat by 2,000 feet.
Yeah. The main attempt to break the world record is pretty difficult for me. Ermler, who took the first walk, told Guinness World Records, the pressure was really high. Well, duh. It was a great relief of pressure, and it was a glorious moment. Kuhn then followed with his friend's high-altitude footsteps. Watching Lucas struggle on the slack line was also very intimidating for me, Kuhn said. Not only did the balloon spin the entire time, but they also went up and down. At one point, we were walking kind of downhill, the next minute uphill. The tension of the line was going up and down. So here's where it's like, okay, don't get me wrong. I'm not suggesting that people do this without one of these, but Kuhn celebrated a successful record attempt by parachuting off the slack line. So, I mean, even if you fell,
you got to parachute.
You got to shoot. So it's like, whatever. You know, now again, am I saying that people should walk across a piece of fucking rope between two hot air balloons at 8,000 feet with no kind of safety, anything? Absolutely not. But it's one of those things where
that's like, the implication I was getting, Todd. I think you're asking people to jump from 8,000 feet in the air.
No, that's frightening. That freaks me out. Hey, it freaked out if I'm on like the 10th level of a fucking building.
Wow. I used to live on the 15th floor.
I would poop myself every day just looking out the window.
We had like balconies and
nope, absolutely not.
I used to take Coke cans, like unopened.
Cocaine. I'm like,
no, I've never done cocaine, but unopened like Coke cans, and I would drop them, and then like we'd go down, dude, and they would be like flat. Like,
so were you doing this in an unpopulated area, or were you just like, hey, it's fucking rush hour, the main drag's right there, let me just huck some fucking
we were like in a complex, so like we're in like a gated community, so like it was onto a sidewalk, but like it was on the side of our house where not really anybody ever walked. Like I always looked out to make sure nobody was there. It wasn't like in front of where somebody walks out of, you know what I mean? Like
dropping it over the front door and shit.
Right. But I did drop my, like, I tossed, so my sisters were downstairs playing. And do you remember the game Foursquare?
Yes.
Okay. For those of you who don't remember Foursquare, there was a big square partitioned into 4 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, and 4. If you're in the 4th square, you take a ball and you serve it, and the ball can only bounce once into your square, and you got to put it into somebody else's square. Well, we played that all the time, so they forgot the basketball, and I just happened to be on the balcony, and my sister's like, "Joey, bring the basketball down," and I just, dude, that thing went boom.
Oh yeah,
boom. Didn't pop or anything, though.
You've seen the videos of the dudes that do that shit and like fucking like Hoover Dam and shit like that. Throw the fucking
the Dude Perfect guys, their videos are crazy.
Yeah, people do weird shit.
Yeah.
All right, Joe. Guess what? Another world record. A London man took an educational tour of his home city and broke a Guinness World Record by visiting 42 museums in 24 hours. Ben Melham, 42, said his kids Matilda and Henrik, that's right, Henrik, Henrik, inspired him to attempt the record for most museums visited in 24 hours. There really is just legitimately like, could this be a fucking record for most CD cases in a fucking part of a room?
Oh my God. I just came up with the world record you're going to break.
What's that?
We are going to arrange the world record gathering of people named Todd.
Okay.
Todd!
I can do that. I don't know where it is. Where is it?
Todd!
What I've been thinking about doing is figuring out a way to fit. I have a second smaller monitor, and I'm like trying to figure out a way to redo some shit over here, so I could put the monitor over here and have it like as one, and move my soundboard to it, so I can actually see the shit. Because I'm one of those like out of sight, out of mind people. So if it's not in front of my face, I forget. But yeah, so back to this dude.
I saw these things that like can go in front of your computer, and they're like a whiteboard thing, so you can write things down that you need to remember and everything. If I like when I get a desktop again, I think I'm gonna get one of those.
I'll have to look into that. Marijuana. Back to this dude who just went crazy with museums, had a big boner. This record began as a conversation with my children about how hard it could be to break a world record while we were reading their Guinness World Records book together. He told Guinness World Records. Malham's kids joined him on some of the museum visits during his whirlwind record attempt. He said London is an ideal city for such a project. London was an obvious choice for this attempt. With over 200 registered museums, Jesus Christ, it's one of the world's greatest museum cities, offering a unique diversity from renowned institutions like the British Museum and the V&A to smaller gems like the Bank of England Museum and the Bow Street Police Museum.
How long did he have to go to a museum to consider it a visit?
I'm not sure. It doesn't actually say. It just says they visited 42 museums during his 24-hour attempt, breaking the record of 33 museums set by some dude in India last year, 2024. But yeah, it didn't really say like how long.
Because in my mind, if there's 230 museums in London and I literally just need to walk through the door, like, I should be able to do all of them.
Yeah. Well,
right?
I mean, if he was doing 2 an hour for 24 hours, because it was 42, so roughly 2 an hour.
So he must have had to spend like 10 or 15 minutes there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And depending, I don't know, obviously I don't know the layout of London at all. I don't know like how actually big it is. Like if it's, if these museums are literally like you walk out the door of one and the other one is fucking 10 feet down the street, like 200 fucking museums. That's a lot. Again, I don't know the size of London, so I can't be like comparative. It's not like it's Utica. But yeah, so then there's this last one. That's not a world record. Yes. An Alabama family was offered free donuts for a year in honor of their baby being born in a Krispy Kreme parking lot amid a rare snowstorm. Shayna Bennett said she and the father of her child, Keon, headed to the hospital with their 5-year-old son in tow when she started feeling contractions amid heavy snows in Dothan. Yeah, it must be in Alabama. Oh, yeah, because they had snow. Anyway, Bennett said that she realized about a mile from Flowers Hospital that she wasn't going to make it in time. So they pulled over into the parking lot of a Krispy Kreme donut shop that had closed due to the weather. The couple's baby, Dallas Mitchell, was born before emergency responders arrived. I felt like Superwoman, Bennett told WTVY-TV. Meanwhile, Mitchell, said he was fighting off panic. I really don't know how I stayed calm because I was really scared, he said. The mother and newborn were taken the rest of the way to the Flowers Hospital and released back home Friday. Mitchell said family members have encouraged the couple to give Dallas the middle name Glaze. Don't do that.
That's awesome.
Dude.
Yes. Do it. Yes. Yes.
We'll have to talk about that, he told AL.com. The manager of the Krispy Kreme eatery, I wouldn't classify Krispy Kreme as a fucking eatery, but regardless, said the family will receive free donuts for a year, and he offered to host Dallas' first birthday party at the location next year. again, party at the fucking. Here's my kid's first birthday party at Krispy Kreme.
I mean, I think it's kind of dope. I like it.
Fuck you, watch.
So, Todd, I got a question for you.
Yes.
If you were in the Syracuse area and you needed to get some flour,
Are you
or
talking?
you wanted to buy
Shiva?
some edibles, yeah, or maybe you want to get a vape. If you wanted to get something THC related, where would you go?
Well, I'd be cruising on down to 4656 to 58 Onondaga Boulevard. There, right next to Wegmans, behind fucking Limp Lizard, which sounds like a great band name, or possibly something that you need a blue pill for. But regardless, you want to hit up Joe's Buds.
Oh yeah,
Delectable cannabis dispensary right there. And it's perfect because, like, you can go there, you can grab some pre-rolls or some flour, maybe some edibles, or
smoke
whatever.
weed every day.
And then on your way out,
Oh yeah,
you can stop by Limp Lizard and grab
Limp
like some fucking
Lizard.
dinner or lunch or whatever.
food.
Then you have dank bud,
yummy.
dank food,
Dank food.
and it's just a perfect day right there. So make sure you hit them up.
Great collaboration.
Joe's Buds at 4656 to 58 Onondaga Boulevard. Depending where you look.
Onondaga.
And yeah, go check them out.
Oh
Nice
yeah.
and weed. We were gonna try to have Joe on today, but
Yeah.
his wife is in labor at this point in time,
Fuck
to my knowledge, as of
bitches.
yesterday. So soon we shall have Joe on. But yes, he is welcoming another child into the world. By the time this airs,
Marijuana
it will have
and
happened.
children.
So
together
what do you got next?
forever. All right. I got some fucked up situations for you.
Fucked up situation. Do it.
All right.
I love hate fucked up situations.
All right. Let's see. All right. First, I'll do the one that I came up with. All right. And it kind of relates to something we talked about earlier. So, you have a time machine.
Okay.
You have two choices. You can only pick one of these. You can either go back in time and you go back to the point where Hitler's mom and Hitler's dad like meet and start hitting it off. So you can either swoop in and bang Hitler's mom until she gets pregnant. And then as soon as you know she's pregnant, so you have successfully stopped Adolf Hitler from being created, you have to immediately come to the Back to the Future. Or you go back and you take out Hitler's dad after Hitler was conceived, and you become Hitler's stepfather, and you raise him, but you have to stay in the past forever.
So, but I still have all memory and cognizance.
Yeah,
of
no,
the
you
place
remember
where I
everything.
came from.
Yeah. Now you gotta remember, if you're like, all right, I'll just bang her till she gets pregnant. Well, if she never gets pregnant, then you're just stuck in the past. But you've completed your mission.
Yeah.
Or what if your genetics with Hitler's mom still creates somebody just as fucked up, or if not more fucked up than Hitler?
Well, see, that's the thing is, like, I wouldn't do the second one just because I wouldn't want to be stuck in the past, especially in like the 30s. Pot became illegal in like 37, 36. So like, as a stoner coming back, then I would be in that, back in the 30s. If you got busted with it, man, it wasn't a fucking like slap on the wrist. That was some serious shit. So yeah, I wouldn't want option number 2, but option number 1. So like, it's always the problem of, now I'm prerequisite with saying that what Hitler did was was some of the absolute worst shit a human being could do to other human beings.
Correct.
But is there a possibility that Hitler not being Hitler, something more extremely bad could have happened? Which is saying a lot, because obviously that was fucking god awful. But it's not out of the question to be like, well, that never happened, but something even worse happened. Then I go back to the future, and it's obviously not the present that I knew when I left.
True.
Because something's going to change, and it could be for the better. There could, that series of events of him not ever happening.
Well, it's the whole butterfly effect.
Yeah.
Scenario. Yeah. So
but
I'm asking you, what was your choice, Todd?
It would have to be the first one, just because I really don't want to get stuck in the past. Like, that's my main thing. Like, I don't want to get stuck in the past. And you know what? Yeah, it could be worse. It could be better. But like you said, too, like, regardless, like, if I was his stepfather, it doesn't mean I could change his mind if it was already, like, somehow pre-genetically disposed that he was going to be who he turned out to be,
Well, and so that's essentially what the gamble is.
Yeah.
All right. So you're going with number one.
Yeah, as much as, Hitler sucks.
Yep. If you could see your future, would you want to know?
I feel like no, because I don't know if knowing it and then trying to steer it towards that, and then say my future was, hey, you know what, in fucking 5 years you are gonna land voiceover shit and you're gonna fucking be on a hit show and and you're not gonna be a fucking millionaire, but you're really well off. But I don't know the series of events that took me there. So if I stumble upon something that I think might fuck shit up and I change it, not realizing that,
that's
my
actually
car was
what's
supposed
fucking
to
up,
explode, or like something was supposed to happen, then I just fucked it all up. Then if I get to that point and I'm not what I saw I was going to be, then I'm going to be upset, because I'll be like, what happened? I can't go back in time now. What I do? Like, should I not? And then I probably would have just gone insane trying to figure out, why did I see this future? And then why didn't that future come true? Because I may have stopped something that to me at that point looked like it was going to be the obstacle or something terrible, where it may have been the thing that was that was the catalyst to actually what led me to getting the career, the job, the fucking spot, whatever.
So this will lead into my next one then.
Okay.
Would you so you have to pick one of these, and it's either it's revealed to you how you die, or the exact time and date that you do die.
I think I would be less anxiety over time and date. I don't know. Just because I think everybody always just randomly, but I think it's not a weird thought for somebody just to randomly be like, I wonder how it's going to end. Obviously, and again, it's not like I have serious heart conditions. I've never had to have like open heart surgery. I've never had to have like stents, bypass, etc., etc. Do have the pacemaker. Does that make me go like, okay, I have an issue? It is being helped, but still an issue. Absolutely. Am I sitting here with the fucking terrible thought of like, I got to do a will sometime just because you never know. But I think if I knew how it happened, that would be much more of an anxiety to me, knowing the exact way that it happens. Because then if, say, something let's for fun say, not fun, say it was a heart attack. I have panic attacks from time to time. Some can be bad. I had one the other day that was god awful, and it'd been a while since I had one that bad. Then I start thinking, oh my God, is this it? Oh my God, I haven't done all this. Oh my God, this didn't happen. Oh my God, da 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 da. Knowing the date and the time, it's like, okay, I'm prepared the best I can be. I mean, how can you prepare for death? But, I'm prepared the best I can be. I have taken care of anything I feel like I've needed to, talk to people I needed to, fucking tied up loose ends, etc., etc. The time is here, let's do it. So yeah, I definitely date and time over cause.
Yeah, I agree with that. Because knowing exactly how long, so I could be like, oh fuck, I got 30 years and 2 weeks and 6 hours. All right, fuck it, let's do it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I agree with that.
Exactly.
So this one I liked. Where'd it go? If you could relive one day of your life, what day would it be?
I don't know. It's just, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not like cool shit or good shit or like awesome shit hasn't like happened in my life where I've been like, oh, but nothing immediately like jumps out at me. That was like this one particular time, day, whatever, was the most fucking incredible day of my life. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
buying a house was cool, but the bullshit with my landlord that led up to getting into the house was fucking ridiculous. Kind of took away from a lot of that shit. Yeah, so that's a hard one because I can't pinpoint and say like, hey, this event in my life stuck out a little bit more than others. Not saying that other ones were just meh, they may just all be on that same level. But yeah, no, I can't. Nothing comes to mind immediately.
I don't know. I'd probably say something like probably like my graduation day or something like that to feel like that, to feel like you're an adult, but in reality you're just a kid. You really have no responsibilities, and just to walk like the hallways and see those people and everything. You never watched Riverdale, did you? So I don't know, it was like each season was like a different like sci-fi or TV trope or theme. And the last season, so it was a modernization of like the Archie character.
Oh, okay.
And in typical like CW fashion, it had like the teen drama and everything on it, and I enjoyed it. It was very entertaining, and all this shit happens, but somehow in the last season they get transported back to like the 50s, and one of them remembers everything and the other ones don't, but the other ones start remembering like throughout or whatever. And then they fast forward to the end of this, the last episode, you see one of them grow old and pass away. And then they're in Pop's diner at the very end, and they're all their teenage selves, and they're all seeing each other. And the one's the last one to get there because it's the last one to pass away, and sits down at the booth with the other ones. And it I would love to have that feeling with a couple different points in my life. You know what I mean? I'd love to. There's a couple different days I definitely would want to revisit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's do one more. If you could switch lives with someone for a day, who would it be?
John DiMaggio.
That's a good one.
Because I feel like he doesn't live like a crazy life. Like, he lives a cool life. Like, he's popular, obviously. You know, people know who he is. He's been around for a while, etc. But, like, I feel like he lives like a fucking, like, not like, oh my God, I always got to be somewhere doing something. You know, it's like, oh, I go and do my voiceover shit. I do my Comic Cons, you know, but I'm home. I have whatever. I'm not like constantly shooting movies, shooting shows, you know, blah, blah, blah. Plus, to be able to talk like Bender for a day, I'll just do it. That's all I would do all day. Just talk to everybody like Bender.
Yeah.
You?
I would have to say, like, I don't know, somebody like fucking like Sarah Michelle Gellar or Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Give it to me. Give it to me.
Right. I'd love to be like a hot chick for a day. And like still like a celebrity and everything like that. And just see, like, I want to know what it's like to have a vagina. A Jogina.
Lord. Oh, Joe.
Yeah, that just happened. Give it to me. Give it to me.
I'll take all of it. It's amazing.
And I know that's going to become a sound clip now.
Oh, yeah.
All right, what do we got next, Todd?
Well, so we only have 3 things. I didn't do Urban Dictionary, but I do have, I think I sent you a message, but I don't know if you saw it. I do have Stump Joe, but as I've been cleaning my room, my studio, as you can hopefully see, it looks a little neater in here because it was getting cluttered and bothering the shit out of me. So I've been finding stuff from a podcast that I've done a long time ago. And I found some random things in a notebook and I'm like, this might be fun. I go, well, I'm going to save one. I'm going to save one for another time. That's still pretty good, called Funny Porn Names.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it's just basically like movie titles that have just been switched around for
porn. What would your porn name be?
Do we go by what the fuck is the old, like, whatever, like the street?
Your middle name and the street you grew up on. So
it would be terrible because it would be Michael County Highway 47.
It sounds like some trailer trash porn. Mine would be, mine's good. Rob Maple.
Because you're fucking like a tree. You're fucking just
all half-inch, baby.
Yeah, dude, fucking that's how you use it. So yeah, of course we do have Carlin Quotes to wrap it up, but I do have Stump Joe, and then another one I found: things not to say during sex.
Ooh, I like that.
Just some friendly advice from the Todd and Joe Morning Show, or just some weird whatever. So now, last time we did Stump Joe, it was pop culture. I felt maybe it was a little easy. Joe pretty much blew through it. So I made this one a little harder. There's going to be equations he has to figure. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that shit to you. That's terrible. But
I was about to end the recording right now.
But it's not completely pop culture. It is some just random stuff. Might be like a geography question, but nothing crazy. Okay. Not like what the fuck is the capital of like Zimbabwe or some shit like that. You know, it ain't going to be like that. Unless you know that, then that's pretty cool. Okay. But something that's perfect, whatever. What's the largest country in the world?
Largest country? That'd be Australia.
Nope.
India?
No.
China?
Russia.
Oh. So I got stumped. Fuck you, Todd.
What do the following words have in common? Isosceles, equilateral, and scaling.
Triangles.
Exactly. Now you should know this. If you don't know this, I'm going to kind of question your fandom of this particular person because I have gathered that you are a fan of them.
Okay.
Who famously sings, "Boys only want love if it's torture. Don't say I didn't. Say I didn't warn you."
Taylor Swift.
Yes, sir.
I know T Swizzle.
What two real mammals make up the body of the mythical Minotaur?
The Minotaur is a horse. No, it's a bull and a lion.
You're close. You're half right.
Which half?
Bull.
So it's a bull and a person.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, sir, it is. The body of a human with the head and tail of a bull.
Okay.
What do you call a baby owl?
A hootie?
No, I don't have a bird.
A blowfish?
No, it is called an owlet.
Oh shit!
I know, right?
Owlet.
An owlet. What is considered the largest dog breed?
The fuck are they called? What does it start with?
M.
I can see it too. I don't remember what it's called.
A mastiff.
Yep, Mastiff, yep. They're huge.
Here we go. This is a throwback for you. What was Beyonce's debut single?
Her debut single?
Yes.
Ugh.
You seem like a Beyonce guy.
No, actually, I'm not big. I like Destiny's Child, but Beyonce on her own, I'm not huge. Huh. What year? Give me a year.
Wait a second. I don't have that information. Uh, 2003.
So that would have been. So that would have been Bonnie and Clyde 03. With Jay-Z.
The song? Is that the song title?
The song would have been. I'm assuming that's wrong, because you would have.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, did Crazy in Love come out before or after that?
What's that?
Because so Tupac had a song called Bonnie and Clyde, and Jay-Z and Beyonce remade it. And I know that came out my senior year, which was 03, and that was called 03 Bonnie and Clyde. But I'm trying to remember what came first in my head. So I don't know. So it was after Austin Powers. I'm gonna say I'll say Crazy in Love. Crazy in Love. Crazy in Love. But I think her first solo song. Okay, yes. So 03 Bonnie and Clyde was on Jay-Z's The Blueprint 2 album. Crazy in Love must have been her lead single. Is that correct? Okay. I was trying to get the time frame correct in my head.
All right. Now this is I don't. If I add a word to this, it's gonna probably kind of give it away pretty quickly.
Okay.
So I'll just say that it's not your conventional animal. What is the national animal of Scotland?
Loch Ness Monster.
Nope.
Is it a land, air, or sea animal?
I believe it is a land and air.
You believe it's land and air.
Yeah. Again, it's not
So-
conventional. There's a word. I don't want to use the word. It'll make it too easy if I'm like, it's a blah type of animal. Gotta stump you.
Ah,
It's nothing you would think it is. Loch Ness wasn't far off of the beaten path. I guess I will give you a hint like that.
okay. Okay. Loch Ness. Well, I don't
Like
know.
that
Dude.
type of animal. It is a fucking unicorn. And I looked it up. I legitimately was like, okay, I don't believe this in this series of questions I'm reading. Let me look this up. And I did. And no bullshit, their national animal is a unicorn.
That's wild. Yo, they're fucking savages out there, man.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck. They're like, our national animal's a unicorn, and we have one, but we're not going to show it to you.
Yeah. Got two more for you. You're tied at yeses and nos on this. Correct or wrong. Can you really see the Great Wall of China from space?
No.
You are correct. And the last one is, what is the largest island in the world?
Australia.
Mm-mm.
Antarctica?
Mm-mm.
Japan?
That's Greenland. Greenland is the largest island in the world.
Australia is an island.
I don't know if Australia is an island. Isn't an island made up of volcanic explosions? I don't think that's how Australia was made.
No,
I think
an
Australia
island
is a landmass.
An island is a landmass completely surrounded by water. I don't think it has anything to do with them being made by volcanoes. Let me see. Island.
Yeah.
Completely surrounded by water. Yeah. So there's different types of islands. So like Australia is considered a continental island, so it's not
It's not like Hawaii.
Right. Or Greenland, apparently.
Yes.
So I betted 50-50. Ooh.
You did.
Ooh.
Today. You did.
500. Oh, because you took me out of my zone.
So you gotta stump it. It's the title of the thing. It's Stump Joe.
Yeah.
It wasn't
like
crazy.
Beat Bobby Flay. It's like beat Bobby Flay. Every once in a while, Bobby gets beat.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, what's next?
So, before we get into Carlin Quotes and wrap it up, do you want to hear some things you shouldn't say during sex?
Yes, and I'll throw some things in there if I need to.
Yeah. So yeah, this is just some friendly advice from me and Joe here, just to keep.
Now, as you read these, we both need to say whether or not we've accidentally or on purpose said any of these things.
I'm hoping that most of these are kind of just jokingly. I have to say, I don't think I've said any of these.
Okay.
But knowing you, there's a possibility. I don't know. So this first one, again, just friendly advice from Todd and Joe. Keep your relationship smooth. Don't say things like, hey, your mom does the same thing.
Yikes.
You don't want to say that.
No, I don't think I've said that.
Nope. Now, unless they know this is happening, if you caught them off guard with a smile for the camera, that might be a little awkward. Now they might know it's happening, and that's okay. But if they don't,
I may have said this one.
okay. This next one, just a question. If you're going to ask, I guess wait till the end. When do I pay you?
I have said this one jokingly, but it was, do I leave the money on the dresser?
Oh, nice. This next one, just in the heat of the moment, all of a sudden you're like, hey, do you smell bad fish?
Hey, ladies.
This is one you definitely want to avoid, in my opinion, unless someone's a little freaky deaky. You're way better than your sister.
That'll get you stabbed.
Or this one, which probably will just kill it right away, unless this person's pretty desperate. Hey, before we start, I have this paper bag I was hoping you could wear. This next one, because you know what? It could be a little snack when you're done. Do you think this cucumber will fit?
That's a good one.
And this last one, I'm gonna need you to sign this release form.
I missed this one. No, I'm kidding. I got a funny one. I'll tell you what. So again, tonight is the Royal Rumble. So this is what I said. Me and Maria were getting ready to go to the kids' game, and we're going over our friend's house to watch it. And I look at her. I go, "Hey, when we get home, we're gonna have our own Royal Rumble here, and my number one's gonna enter your number two." And she looks at me and she goes, "Why am I with you?" Like, I thought it was hysterical.
Hey, I got to show you something. I'm going to send you a picture of something I made. I'm going to send it via Facebook. Something I made tonight for the Rumble. It's not done yet.
Okay, I'm waiting. Oh,
so there you
go.
go.
I
made mini Death by Chocolate cheesecakes.
Ooh.
And I still had to put like ganache and whipped cream on them and shit.
Would there be any way for you to like save one for me?
Yeah, probably. There's like 12. I don't think like her sister's coming over tonight, but I don't think we're going to eat all of them. And I really shouldn't be eating all of them, like, you know, pre-diabetic and shit. So it's bad enough I ordered a 3-pound box of Reese's eggs from like straight from the factory.
Right.
That was a smart move by me. But regardless, they're delicious. So yeah, that's what we're having, a variety of different kind of finger foods with our rumbling tonight. I'm excited it's on at 6. Thrilled out of my mind.
But is that the pre-show or is
No,
that...
dude, it starts at 6. The pre-show starts at like 4. Like the show starts at 6. I think there's a UFC fight on tonight.
There is.
That's why they're going on so early.
Oh shit! All right.
So yeah, no, they're fucking. I'm pretty sure the pre-show is like 4 or 5. And
that's right. The last pay-per-view they started super early too, didn't they?
Yeah, if there's a UFC fight on, they started early, which I'm good with. I'm fucking great with that, man. I'm old. I don't.
Right.
So anywho, all
right.
Got anything else before we do some Carlin quotes?
I do not.
Okay, well let's wrap it up, Joe, with a nice little bow. With some quotes from Mr. George Carlin, which I feel like in the next month or so I might actually run out of them, which is amazing. It's taken a while. Anyway,
and then I get to find somebody to take over.
Do it. Everyone appreciates your honesty until you're honest with them. Then you're an asshole.
Dude, like that's so true. Like, oh, I hate it when people lie or don't tell me stuff. I'm like, all right, well, blah, blah, blah. Well, I don't like that. All right, pick and choose, motherfucker. Like,
and continuing with the asshole theme, the best thing about living at the beach is that you only have assholes on 3 sides of you. And if they tell you you're not a team player, just congratulate them on being so observant. Politics is so corrupt, even the dishonest people get fucked. This is absolutely true. Literally, like, no bullshit true. War will end when people stop showing up for it.
True. Very true.
And this one, last one for the day, just a good thing to think about. Personally, I would never want to be a member of any group where you either have to wear a hat or you can't wear a hat.
Yeah. It makes sense.
That's your Carlin quotes for today. Wrapping it all up today.
All right. Well, now we're going to knock our way out the door. Joseph Stones, a.k.a. Joey Swagger. And that's Ron Burn Gundy, the Danker Man.
Also
This is
known
Todd.
as
Todd.
And that was the Todd and Joe morning.
That was a
show.
penis.
Give it to me.